172 days ago, I started my custom protein bar e-com brand. And back then, I was excited and convinced that my idea was really unique. But when I started sharing the concept with others, they didn't really get it. My USP was just too vague and too subjective. And when I launched my first test on Meta, it literally got no traction, no sales, no add to carts, nothing. After having a conversation with a good friend of mine who knows a lot about brand positioning, we looked at the concept of the brand, we clarified the USP, we adjusted the packaging and the messaging on the website, and we launched again on Meta. But this time when we launched, we did over 80 euros on ad spend, and even though it didn't track all results, we gained a little over 350 euros back. So this was a really good start. And that's when I came up with the idea to interview people. Even though I've been going to the gym for a long time, I still don't know my customer archetype very well. So I wanted to dive deeper into that. And the idea was to give people 3 free protein bars in exchange for a 15-minute interview to know more about them, what they do, why they do it. But the only problem was I didn't have any protein bars. So I went looking for a supplier. I spent hours on Alibaba, 1688, AliExpress, looking through countless listings of suppliers, messaging them all, comparing prices and ingredients. Most of the suppliers, they wanted me to order 50,000 pieces per flavor. I was looking for 3 different flavors, so that would be 150,000 protein bars. And if you begin a new company, then it's a huge risk, and you don't want to be spending thousands of euros at the beginning if you have no proven concept, because it's just too big of a risk. And after 2 weeks of messaging literally every supplier, I managed to find a company that had an MOQ of 4,000, and this is still a lot, but manageable. So I decided to order 50 samples for each flavor, and I still remember I was super excited to receive them, and it took about 40 or something days, but I had a few problems. And the first problem was they put every single flavor in one big box, and as you can see, there is no way to know what flavor this is. I sat down for an hour trying to figure out which ones belong to which flavor just by feeling and smelling them. And then when I finally tried one, these taste like absolute shit. But even though these bars taste like shit, I still had something physical to send to my potential customers, so I decided to continue with the interviews anyway. I made a short video explaining the concept and asking for volunteers who wanted to try the protein bars in exchange for an interview. And I ran this video on Meta as a lead gen ad, and over 100 people applied. I started scheduling calls, meeting these people, having real conversations with them, and some of the people I talked with were my ideal customer and others were absolutely not my ideal customer. But every conversation I got a lot smarter, because the people tell you how they feel, they tell you how they think, they tell you about their behavior, and that's some information you can't find online. With all that feedback, I went back to work. I changed the formula of the bars, the packaging, the website. I wanted every single part of it to reflect what the people actually cared about, and at the same time I started looking for a new supplier who could make the bars exactly like how I envisioned them. And eventually I did. I found a new supplier, they sent me samples and they were actually really good. They still needed some refinement over the months, and I think it took me like 2.5 more months to make the final sample, but that led to these ones. It took a long time, but I could eat these literally all day, every day. The texture is great, the flavor is great. It just needs a little bit of refinement in nutritional facts, but then the bar will be done. For the next couple of weeks I'll be working on refining the nutritional facts, getting the protein bar wrapper samples, getting the shipment boxes samples, and also doing some legal boring stuff. Also going to send these samples in each flavor to the customers I've already interviewed, so I can get feedback from them. But overall, I'm really happy with the progress we're making, and I still hope that at the end of the year we'll be launching the full brand. But for now, you guys are updated, and I will be posting in 2 weeks. So subscribe to the channel to follow the journey, and then I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.